Hello and welcome along to another video. Today is Sunday the 19th of July, and in today's video I'm going to look ahead and preview day number 2, the PDC World Matchplay. Now day number 2 sees 5 more first round matches. Who will join Simon Whitlock, Krzysztof Ratajski, James Wade, Michael van Gerwen and Gary Anderson in the last 16. Now day number 2 is the most exciting day I think of the first round ties. We'll see 5 very interesting matches that could go either way. The seeded players could be under threat from the non-seeded players from the Pro Tour Order of Merit. So let's talk through the first game that's going to take place at 6 o'clock on Sky Sports, and that is Mensur Suljovic versus Jamie Hughes. Now Mensur Suljovic was the finalist in 2018 and he's defending that money in this year's event. It's a big ask for Mensur Suljovic because he doesn't want to lose that money from his ranking, because he'll slip down from where he is in the rankings in 12th closer to that 13 to 16 group who are very tightly packed just now. He's also reached 2 semi-finals, he's reached 2 last 16s, and only once has he lost his first game in the World Matchplay, and that was on his debut. In 2020 he showed signs of improvement, but they've not been consistent. He reached the last 8 of the European Tour event, which held in Belgium. He reached the last 16 of the UK Open, and he's reached 1 semi-final in the Players' Championship Series, and that was in the Summer Series and Players' Championship number 12. So it shows a little bit of form in recent times for Mensur Suljovic, but he'll have to be at his best to compete in this game. And he takes on Jamie Hughes. Now Jamie Hughes made his debut in the 2019 match play. He lost by 10 legs to 7 against Michael Smith in a very interesting game. In 2020 so far, Jamie Hughes has reached the last 8 of the UK Open, and he really missed a chance to make the semi-finals when he lost to Johnny Clayton. He missed match starts in that game in the last couple of legs, and he was very disappointed to have that loss. He's also reached the semi-final in 2 Players' Championship events, and Players' Championship number 2 and Players' Championship number 12. So we've seen more consistency from Jamie. He gets to those last 16s and last 32s, and twice he's got to the last 8. I think that's a very tight match, and the head-to-head shows that as well. It's 1-1 in the head-to-head. The first time they played was in the European Tour in March 2019, and Mensur won by 6 legs to 4, but Jamie got his comeback this year at the UK Open in the last 16, where he won by 10 legs to 5 against Mensur. So I think it's very interesting, and I think that last meeting will have a big say in this match, and I think Jamie Hughes will win this game by 10 legs to 8. So the second match of the evening sees Glen Durrant take on Jeffrey de Zwaan. Now Glen Durrant on debut last year reached the semi-finals of the match, but it was a great debut for him where he beat Michael van Gerwen, James Wade, Adrian Lewis along the way. So far this year, Glen's been very consistent. He's picked up money in near every event. He's only not picked up money in one event in the Players' Championship Series. He's reached the quarterfinals 4 times already in that, but he's not reached a semi-final or final. And Players' Championship number 3, Players' Championship number 5, Players' Championship number 9 and Players' Championship number 10. He reached the last 64 of the UK Open. That's where he was put into the draw, and he had a very tough match against Peter Wright. But I think the game is there for Glen Durrant. I think there's lots of positive signs. He's averaging very consistently, and it's taken an amazing performance to beat him in these competitions. And as we've seen in the Premier League, he is top of the Premier League. And he takes on Jeffrey de Zwaan. Now Jeffrey de Zwaan's played twice in the match play. On debut, he also reached the semi-final. However, last year he was beat in the first round in the last 32. His form in 2020 hasn't been good so far. It's not been very good. He's also had a shoulder surgery as well, which has put him back as well. But he did reach the semi-final in Players' Championship number 3 and UK Open. He also got beat in the last 64. Now the head-to-head between these two, it's 2-1 to Glen, but Jeffrey de Zwaan won the last meeting between the pair by 6 legs to 3 in April 2019 in a Players' Championship event. Glen had won the previous 2 occasions. In March 2019 he had won by 6 legs to 4 in a Players' Championship event, and in 2014 he won the World Masters by 3 sets to 0 against a very young Jeffrey de Zwaan at the time. I think it's an interesting game because it'll all depend on Jeffrey de Zwaan's shoulder. I think that Glen Durrant's consistency was too much for Jeffrey Swan in this game, and I'm going for a 10-6 win for Glen Durrant in this game. So the third game sees Rob Cross take on Gabriel Clemens. Now, Rob Cross is the defending champion of the World Matchplay. The two times previous, he'd been beat in the last 16 in 2017 and 2018. But I'll be interested to see what Rob Cross turns up this time around. In 2020 so far, he's been the finalist in Players' Championship number 12 and reached the last 16 of the UK Open. Now, I think that we see patches of Rob Croft's best in 2020, but it's just not been consistent enough to get him a title in 2020 so far. And he takes on Gabriel Clemens, as I said before, and he's making his match play debut. It's been a very, very interesting year for Gabriel Clemens. He reached the final of the German Super League where he was beat by 10 legs to 9. He's also reached two semi-finals in the Players' Championship Series and Players' Championship number 2 and Players' Championship number 9. He also reached the last 16 of the UK Open. Surprisingly enough, Gabriel leads the head-to-head between these two by 2-0. The first time they met was in Players' Championship in October 2018, and Gabriel won by 6 legs to 4. They met in the World Series last year in Germany in front of a hostile crowd towards Rob Cross, and Gabriel Clemens got the job done by 8 legs to 5. I think that Rob Cross will get his revenge against Gabriel Clemens and gets first victory in a very, very tight game. I think this will go to a sudden death leg. I think Rob Cross will win this match by 13 legs to 12. The penultimate game of the evening sees Peter Wright take on Jose de Sousa. Now, Peter Wright has had a great run of form in the World Matchplay between 2015 and 2019. That's been his best run of form. We reached the semi-finals, the last 8, the quarter-finals, the final, then the semi-final, and then the quarter-finals. So far in 2020, after winning the World Championships, he has won the Masters. He's also won Players' Championships number 5 and number 13, and he was beaten the UK Open last 16. He did have a really, really tough path in that UK Open, and he did very, very well to reach the last 16, but he just ran out of steam in that match. And he takes on Jose de Sousa. Now, Jose de Sousa makes his debut in the match play in 2020, and I think it's a really interesting debut. He's the finalist in Players' Championship number 11 this year, and he got beat in the last 96 in the UK Open. His floor form in recent times in the Summer Series and in the home tour was outstanding. It was metronomic accuracy from Jose de Sousa, and it was brilliant to watch from the Portuguese star. And if he can produce that form on the stage like Krzysztof Ratajski did, I think it's a very, very interesting game, because I think the World Championships is under real pressure in this game. Jose leads the head-to-head by 2-1, and they've all been in Players' Championship events in 2019. Now, Jose won the first 2 matches by 6 legs to 4, then 7 legs to 3, but Peter Wright won on the last occasion by 6 legs to 2. I think it's a very, very interesting one, and I think this one will go deep. I think it'll be an outstanding contest. I think that Peter Wright will edge this match by 12 legs to 10. The last game of the evening sees Michael Smith take on Johnny Clayton. Now, again, that's a very interesting game to round off the evening. Michael Smith was the finalist in 2019. He's reached the last 32 and last 16 3 times each before that. I'd be interested to see how Michael Smith plays, because he's lost a lot of weight this year, and it's maybe affecting his balance, but I think in the long run it'll do his game wonders losing this weight. So far this year in the European Tour, he reached the final in the only European Tour that's been held so far this year. The Players' Championship Series, he has struggled a little bit, so he's just showed that he struggled with endurance playing over a whole day with that new weight and getting used to the balance over the whole day. And he's reached 2 quarter-finals, and that was in Players' Championship number 8 and Players' Championship number 12. And he takes on Johnny Clayton. Johnny Clayton threw some very, very good stuff in the Summer Series. And so far in the match play, he's been beat twice in the first round, as explained in my preview video a couple of days ago. In 2020 so far, he's reached the last 8 in Players' Championship number 10 and the semi-final of the UK Open. This was a very, very good run for Johnny Clayton. And I think we'll see Johnny Clayton produce those darts they produced at UK Open in this game. But Michael leads the head-to-head between these two by 6-1. And Michael Smith had won the first 5 matches. Then Johnny Clayton won at the Players' Championship Finals in 2018 by 6-5. But Michael Smith got his revenge against him and made it 6-1 by winning at the Premier League this year, where Johnny Clayton was a contender, and it was an outstanding display on finishing from Michael Smith when he won the match by 7-1. Again, I think we're in for a very, very tight game to round off an excellent evening. I think Michael Smith will win this match by 11-9. So that's me came to end this video. Let's recap the results. I think that Jamie Hughes will win by 10-8. Glenn Durrant will win by 10-6. Rob Cross will win by 13-12. Peter Wright will win by 12-10. And Michael Smith will win by 11-9. So that's me came to this end this video. Please leave a thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel. And until tomorrow, when I preview day number 3 of the PDC World Matchplay, I will see you then. Goodbye.